All right, guys. So I've been with Jacob for the last little while. We got half the boarding room already disinfected. I wanted to play with this machine for a little bit before making this video. So this is the backpack sprayer that's actually attached to this little dolly that has a reel with a 100-foot hose on it. So this thing can park somewhere and you can just wheel out the hose and spray all over the place, and it sprays really nice. This is why I think we might be able to use this in the yard once we run out of the other product. The other one that we are using for water, for rinsing the black kennels, is just the backpack sprayer, but it's the same thing. It's got the, it doesn't have the reel or the 100-foot or the dolly, but it's got all this, which is the battery powered. And so pretty much you just put it on your back and you can go and spray. Obviously the other one, you just take off the top and put water in. This one, because these are 6.5 gallons tanks, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this on video, like you can see the markings here. We filled it up to 6 gallons here. So what we did is, when you read the disinfectant bottle for 6 gallons of water, 6 gallons of water, you need to add in 24 ounces of chemical, the Odoban. So we went ahead and used that green measuring cup that's over there, which is 8 ounces. And we went ahead and dumped 3 of those in there, and which is obviously 24 ounces. And then we went ahead and filled up the water. So I put the chemical in first, so that way as the hose is spraying in the water, it mixes it all up. And we went right up to the 6 gallon mark. Now you can see after doing half, we're way low, but I discovered after that this hose here, where it comes out of and it goes up and out to the sprayer, this part is leaking. They sent plumber's tape. And so you're supposed to put plumber's tape everywhere. I missed this part. So right here on this sprayer, this plumber's tape there, you can see a little bit of it there. At the very end, on the tip, you can see a little bit of the white there. There's plumber's tape there as well. So once I put the plumber's tape on there, all the leaking stopped except for where I missed. So I got to fix that part. But normally we wouldn't have used that much, but we kind of flooded the boarding room a little bit. So I want to pull this out, show you this. So if you go to use this thing and it won't go, it's because of this little safety switch right here. So if you can see there, you just pull it back and now you can spray. That's how that works. Let me show you the side over here and explain what all this stuff is. So this little black thing here flips up or down, down. And that is where you plug the charger into it. Right now, the charger is plugged into the wall and outside storage. So when we're done, we'll wheel it in there, park it into the station, and plug it in so it's charging for us. This thing here, you don't really need to worry about. This thing here is what controls the actual pressure sprayer. I'll get back to that part in a second. This is your on and off switch. So right now, this part is off, and the whole thing is off, so is this. But if I turn it on, you see it kick on. But right now, because this part's all the way off, nothing will spray out. So you got to turn this knob to the right. And if you go all the way, it's more pressure. If you barely turn it on, you're going to have a little bit of pressure. So you kind of can control how much comes out. I just put it on full blast. And it goes very, very quick. I'm not going to show it on here because I'm in the bathing room. But Jacob was able to disinfect the entire right side in a matter of like 2 minutes, pretty much. Now, what was I going to say? If right now this thing's on, right? If I flip off, even though the machine's off, it's still putting water in there. But you can see where it's leaking because I didn't tape that part. So let me turn this back off right now because I'm getting disinfectant everywhere. So right now, so now the whole machine's off. But even if I turn this on, nothing's going to come out of there because this part's off. Okay. The big thing you need to know is in the order you want to do things. I know normally you go and get all the bowls lifted up and you lift up all the belongings and all that. What I would do first is get this thing ready with the chemical and go ahead and turn it on and turn this part on because you've got a 100-foot hose, it takes like 3 to 4 minutes to prime up where it'll start working. So let this thing just sit there and run while you're going around and collecting belongings. That way when you're done, you're ready to roll. I'm telling you, if we could get all the dogs out of the boarding room, we could knock out the entire boarding room really fast. But it is what it is. Now, you still have to vacuum and scrub and all that, so that part's the same. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I have not yet pulled this part off. I actually not sure how to even do that. Actually, it's connected by bolts right there. So it's kind of designed not to come off, apparently. I thought you could take it off easily and wear it if you... Well, actually, no. This right here, this whole thing comes off. So yeah, you should be able to lift this up and put it on your back. The straps are in the box. I don't know if anybody wants to carry this thing around on their back because it's pretty heavy, especially when you can just wheel it and do everything you need to do. The other one does not have that stuff. The other one you just slap on your back. It's got the water for rinsing. And same thing, when you're done, it's got the exact same setup here. You plug it in and do all that. I think that's pretty much it for now. Obviously, when it's your turn to do it, call me if you need to. I'll answer any questions you have. I'm going to fix this leaking issue, and I'm going to work on the other one and tape up all that stuff so we don't have to deal with that crap. But that's it. Thanks.